thing that I think people don't talk about enough is how your life is all about the story that you tell yourself. If it's a good one or if it's a bad one, if it's a one that you see yourself as a victim or as a hero. It's about how you see things in life, right? I feel like for some time now, I saw this video recently, and the title goes something like, oh, watch this videos in 6 minutes and I'll cure your loneliness or whatever. And I might sound silly to you, but through the age of social media, I feel like I probably spend more time scrolling on my phone than actually spending time with people that I love and I care about, you know? Like, my phone and the internet just stole so much of my life, and I still keep giving to it. But it doesn't mean that the internet is bad or that social media is bad. Everything is a tool, you know? And it is up to us on how we use the tools that we have. Nothing is inherently bad or good. A knife can be used to make a sandwich, put butter on toast, or to harm someone, or even yourself. And I feel like that's very important to remember. But my focus right now, it has to be the story that you tell yourself, because it's so important, and we don't talk about it enough, you know? For example, I've been feeling very alone, right? And I've been doom scrolling instead of like processing my feelings. I feel like that's what everyone does, right? And I've been trying to reach out to some friends here and there, but at some point I just kind of got tired, and I realized I feel like there's friends, you know, like I'm putting effort and I'm checking up on them, but they're not doing the same to me or towards me. Like, I'm constantly the one like initiating or trying to initiate, but nothing actually ends up happening, you know, like going out or whatever. And it's kind of like the story that you tell yourself, right? Like, oh, you know what, I'm like, you know, like, why I check up on people, why is no one checking up on me, you know? Like, and like, it's so true. Like, I don't think people notice when I'm not okay, to be honest with you. I don't feel like I have anyone to notice when I'm not okay or to reach out. I have my parents, but that, you know, that's a good thing. Like, I remember when I was having a hard time, my mom would tell me, Maria, like, you know, I self-isolate, you know? So I self-isolated, and I really was down on myself, and, you know, to be fair, I let myself my emotions. But it was a rough month, I would tell you, to be honest with you. But, you know, I would like to say that, okay, I felt all the feelings, and I'm feeling better now when it comes to that little thing that happened to me. And we're moving on, and it's okay. But that's story, right? Because the girl in the video kind of talked about how, like, okay, like, because you're responsible for your life and your feelings, right? So it is up to you to give yourself the life of your dreams and to choose to be happy, or give yourself a life that gives you joy and happiness. Side note, I would say that happiness is a choice, and it's a feeling that comes within you. It's not something that you chase or something that you do. It's something that you choose actively every day. You kind of have to ask yourself, do I want to be miserable, or do I want to be happy? Do I want to be happy? Yes. Okay, let me feel that emotion to my body, and let me do things that also bring me joy and also make me okay, and also help my nervous system, and prioritize myself, and get out of my room and spend some time outside, or read a book, you know, or listen to music, dress up, have fun, you know? Like, it's quite like being so much on the internet and feeling like the world is ending constantly, you know? And when it comes to friendships, you know what? Everyone expects other people to reach out and to get an invitation. Be the one initiating, you know? Don't wait to be chosen. Choose people, you know? Because choose people that you want to see in your life. But, like, honestly, I feel like I tried a lot to try to initiate or whatever. But I feel like the mistake that I did previously was trying to initiate with the same people over and over again instead of trying to initiate with more people. And also reaching out to people who just are not in this chapter of my life, and I cannot see them being in future chapters, you know? And I feel like that's also very important to consider, because your circle reflects you. Like, your circle is your future. Who you choose to surround yourself with is gonna it's gonna show you your future, you know. If you hang out with people that are self-destructive, don't be surprised when you become self-destructive. When you hang out with people that are uplifting and supportive and healthy and try to be the best version of themselves, well, you can't be surprised, babe, when that rubs off of you on you, you know. It's like that, because big habits like that, you know. And you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with, you know. And I have a video, it's probably archived now, but I kind of said how, like, well, I spend most of my time alone. Who am I the average of, right? And that's the thing, like, if I had like a group of people that were more like-minded, or, you know, healthy or whatever, or just one friend, right, that like was in the same mentality as me, right, it would be so much easier for me to level up in like life. Level up as in like level up in my own journey, spiritual, mental, do more things that I want to do, achieve more goals that I want to achieve, you know, things like that. And I feel like you can clearly tell and you clearly know when someone is not fit for your future, or when someone it feels like they haven't figured out some life lessons that you already have, you know. And you know, all you can do is try to teach the person, or let them just be in their own timeline and figure it out on their own. But that's the thing, I feel like, I don't know, because like, it might sound silly to you, but it's my own video diary and I can do whatever I want. So I'm gonna talk about how, like, I literally searched on TikTok, like, why is the universe self-isolating me, you know? Because I've noticed that, like, even when I try to reach out to make plans, like, the universe makes it so hard somehow. It makes it nearly impossible, you know, for me to see this person. And I don't think it's a coincidence, to be honest. I think it is, like, the universe self-isolating me. And, like, I did see some videos talking about how, like, okay, when people are, like, high vibrational, which, you know, might sound crazy to you, but I don't care. But it's more of, like, when people have, like, that much self-awareness, or truly know themselves and what they want and their goals, and I don't know, like, I feel like I'm pretty ahead on my own, like, a life journey, and when that happens, I feel like it's harder for you to connect with people who do not meet you at that level, you know. Because, like, for example, I've healed a lot of my traumas. I constantly heal things, and I'm able to do that, and I'm able to do everything, you know. And that's not most people, honestly. And it's sad to me in a way, because I don't know, because I'm not, like, I work a lot on every aspect of my life, to be honest with you. But the thing is, I'm happy. Like, I generally have so much to be happy for. And things always go my way, which I don't know how that sounds. But, like, yeah, I mean, I'm lucky. And that's the mindset I have in my life. And that's how I think of my life. And that's how my life is, you know? But I see that all these people around me don't have the same mindset. They choose to constantly struggle. They choose to paint themselves or tell themselves a bad story, or stress over absolutely everything and every detail, and not actually acknowledge their issues or their trust issues or their perfectionism or their traumas or like everything, you know, and just result into bad habits that I just do not claim, you know. And like, I think that's why like the universe is self-isolating me so much, because like it knows I'm not gonna get anything from this like friendship with these people. So it's kind of like, Maria, I know you don't push people away, I will push them for you. And you know, and also like when you isolate, when you like the universe puts you in self-isolation, it's because it's time for you to build, it's time for you to learn. And even now I think, you know, what a blessing it is to have free time and to be able to do whatever you want, right? Because yeah, I don't care whoever is free or not, it's my life. I'm gonna do whatever I want, you know. I can read my books, I could go out to a little cafe, try something new, or I could just go read my book by the beach in my car. Why not? Free will. Or, you know, like change of environment. Or I could go get myself a treat, or I could just stay and work on all the projects that I want and I have, and my goals and all that, you know. What a blessing it is to have free time and no one bothering you sometimes, you know. Like, what a blessing it is. How grateful I am, you know, to not have disturbances, to, you know what, to not have to constantly check up on people who just do not give that energy back to me, or to like constantly be drained or just emotionally drained by other people's lives and bad decisions, you know, had to share with me. There's a time and place for everything, and I'm always here for my friends, and I make that very clear. But at the end of the day, if I do check up on you, if I see you're not doing okay, and if I tell you that you can clearly talk to me and you don't, I've done my part. I've done my part. I'm not a pushy person. I'm not gonna push you. I'm not, you know, it's your life, it's your decision. If you want to reach out, you reach out. Because when I'm having a bad day, I reach out. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like kind of bad and kind of like understanding that, like, okay, the idea of like, oh, this one person is like not replying to me or not checking up on me, or I feel like I lost my friend or whatever. Like, well, that's like very important to me, you know. But it's kind of like you should have a whole life outside of that one person, you know. And that applies to everything, right? Even in relationships and all the friendships and every single relationship with your human beings, you know. Like, you shouldn't be so focused on this person. But the thing is, like, I don't know, it kind of makes me sad because I feel like I lost my best friend. And I've been trying, maybe I could try harder to communicate, but I don't know, like, I kind of understand that, like, okay, this person is maybe going through some things, but, and that's why I know her. It pushes people away when she needs them most. So maybe I should be pushing. But pushing the right way. Know what she needs and when she needs it. I don't really care, you know. But yeah, no matter what, me caring about people, I refuse for it to take such a big toll on my life. Because I'm a very caring person, and when I love people, I really do. And I love them with all my heart. But, you know what, I think I need to stop a bit, you know? Like, I can have love for people, and I love people. But I understand that no matter what, everyone in your life comes in to teach you a lesson. And that, you know, most people are not here forever. Nearly no one is, for a very long time, and that's okay as well, you know. It's growing. It's outgrowing people, events, and that's a good thing. That's a sign of progress, you know, that you're moving on to other chapters in your life. I feel like that's important. That should actually even be celebrated. Kind of like, yeah, hello, okay. I'm actually entering a new chapter in my life, you know. I am 20. I'm entering my 20s. How crazy is that? I just wrote in my journal for the first time a date that ends with 2020, like 26. I was like, oh my god. I feel like for the longest time I've been kind of, I don't know, like pretending I was in my 20s, but no, I wasn't. But now I'm officially in my 20s. And, you know, I was thinking about how, like, I got this bracelet. I'm not wearing it, but I got myself this bracelet when I was 18 going on 19 as a gift, I think, last year. And I remember thinking, okay, this bracelet is gonna protect me. And yeah, basically that. And I got a new one. Kind of. Right. And I was really debating on, like, oh, I got like a white diamond one instead of like a colorful ruby one, or, you know, obviously everything is lab made crystals, okay, so it's probably like zirconium, so don't worry. And I thought, oh, maybe I should have gotten a blue one, but then I thought to myself, absolutely no, this is for my 19-year-old self to my 20-year-old self, and it's white, it's diamond, it's, you know, because it's like, when I look at it, because it's white and it's clear, it kind of represents all the colors in a way and all the different possibilities that there are. And I feel like that's such a beautiful way and really like signifies and kind of like matches up with my 20s. Kind of like I want to shine and I want to have the time of my life and shine and do everything that I want to do and achieve everything that I want to do and get my diamonds, get my goals, you know, and kind of embrace all the incredible opportunities and possibilities that there are. And that's kind of like the intention with this bracelet. And yeah, and like the thing is, like, I know it's only gold plated, and I know that if I wear it a lot and if I wear it in the shower, it's probably gonna, like, you know, turn back into silver. So I kind of like been taking it on and off. As this one, I was not taking it on and off for most of the time. It was nearly always on my wrist, you know. I always had people asking me, like, how much is it? Kind of find it like it's weird. What a weird question that's. And maybe it was shinier or whatever, but I don't really care. I could always just go and like wash it or shine it myself or whatever. And same with this, like, even if it fades, well, you know, it goes back to its beautiful original color, which is silver. That's a beautiful color as well. And I can always just take it back as well and, you know, plate it again, paint it again, or shine it up and whatever. But I love the intention of it, behind it. I feel like intention is so important. I feel like it's important to kind of tell people what's on your mind, and, you know, especially when you're grateful. And because for me, I love the way I think most of the time. But yeah, you know, but it's like also like the art of noticing small things, right? Like, for example, my friends got me to get some gifts, right? Different gifts, different places. And I thought to myself, wow, all of them thought of me and got this thing and thought Maria would like this, and they packed it, and they got a like a they're probably worried about like a bag or how do they wrap it, or they wrapped it themselves. And I think it's so cute to think of them kind of like wrapping the gift with like tape. And yeah, it's like that's like the cutest thing ever, you know. It's not about the actual item, like of course the actual item is very nice as well, but it's always about the person and the thought behind it. I think that's what's the most important. I feel like I've tried to prioritize people for a long time, kind of because I saw this video, probably like I've seen these videos, and I know like this thing kind of like on the topic of happiness, people always say that it's kind of attached to your relationships with others. So knowing that, I try to prioritize them, you know. And I agree. Like, I feel like it's so important to have like good relationships with people, but also it's very important to have like a good relationship with yourself, and also, you know, kind of prioritize that as well, and kind of enjoy that as well. Like, enjoy being by yourself, enjoy your own company. It's just the way the world is now, you know. Life gets busy, and people have a harder time making time for others. When, you know, people fade away, and that's the thing, it feels like it's always like that, isn't it? Especially as growing up, right? You need more effort in your friendships to keep them in a way. Like, you know, like you need to go out of your way and plan it and find a common date, and like, you know, I don't know. I guess for some people it used to be easier, like, or like it can be easier when you're in an environment with many people your age, or when your friends live close to you, or when you're, I don't know. But it doesn't really matter. My take from today is kind of like not telling yourself like a story of a victim, kind of like, oh, you know, I'm such a great friend, I check up on people, I reach out, people don't do that to me, you know, kind of like, oh, you know, like, are they even real friends? Do they care about me? Because it's like, people do care, people do love you, and I feel like it's also on me, you know, kind of like, I know, I'm sorry, wait, it's also on me to reach out to more people and to really consider like, who do I want in my life at the moment, and also just listen more to my gut and my intuition. Like, I'm called a person to go find the person, you know, that person, the right person, not the wrong person, like, because your intuition and your mind are two different things, you know. I feel like what my mind tells me is not sometimes aligned with my intuition, and I know it, but I prioritize my mind over my intuition. But they can be connected. Yeah, whatever. I made the video that I wanted to make. I know that this video might not make sense to you, but it does to me, and I wanted to express my feelings, so yeah.